Hi, I'm Kim Close and welcome to another in our series for Belfast Food Network in our Food for Thought recipe videos. Today we're going to be making parsnip soup. Great time of year to be making this, and of course parsnips are in season, they're local, they are tasty, cheap and nutritious, and we are going to make this an immune boosting parsnip soup which is really welcome at this time of year. So in my saucepan I have already sweated one medium to large onion, a thumb-sized piece of ginger that's been grated, and 2 cloves of garlic finely chopped. This is going to be a smooth blitzed soup, so it doesn't really matter what size garlic or ginger is going in. And to this I'm going to add my parsnips. So what I have here are 4 peeled and diced medium-sized parsnips. I tend to make all the bits kind of the same size so that it all cooks at the same time and it's ready at the same time. You can prep this ahead of time. Just be sure to remember to keep your parsnips in cold water because unlike carrots, parsnips, if you leave them out, will oxidise and they will go brown quite quickly. So I'm just going to add my parsnips to my onions, ginger and garlic, and to that I'm going to add about a litre of stock. How much water you add depends on the size of the parsnips that you started with. So what I'm going to do is add enough soup to cover the parsnips by about 2 centimetres. And then if it's too thick when you blend it, you can always just add a little more stock at the end. So I'm going to go in with my stock. And that's maybe not quite a litre in there. So what I've done is squashed up a little veggie oxo cube. I'm going to rip that open and stir it into my soup as well. So all that remains to be done with this is bring it to the simmer, and this is only going to take maybe 8-10 minutes until your parsnips are tender, and then we're going to blitz it with a hand blender and serve. So while this is coming to simmer, what I'd like to say is that everything in this is tasty and everything in this is really nutritious. There's lots of compounds in garlic that help the immune system fight bacteria and viruses. Ginger is well known for its antibacterial properties. It soothes your digestion system. The onions are filled with immune boosting nutrients, selenium, zinc, vitamin C, and also helps control blood sugar, helps you feel fuller for longer and feeds your gut bacteria. So there's nothing about this that isn't good for you. Parsnips themselves, really high in fibre, great source of potassium. This can help reduce your blood pressure. It also contains a decent amount of folate, which helps reduce something called our homocysteine levels, and high homocysteine levels have been linked to heart disease. Vitamin C, vitamin E in there as well. So a pot full of immune boosting winter warmness, and we're going to just simmer, blitz and serve. So the soup is simmered, the parsnips are soft. I've given it a good blitz with this hand blender, and I did add the last bit of water from the litre that I had earlier just to make it a bit less thick. Just adjust the thickness to suit your own taste. So here we have immune boosting garlic and ginger parsnip soup, and all that remains to do is to ladle out a big bowl full of this and serve with some wholemeal sourdough bread or whatever bread you have at hand. This is based on ginger, garlic, onions and parsnips. It is local, seasonal, tasty, delicious and nutritious. But if you want a few ways to mix it up, you could add a few pinches of chilli flakes in, a little spot of double cream. You could put in a heaped teaspoon of garam masala, which is an Indian spice blend. You could top this with, if you've got any stale leftover bread, little drizzle of olive oil baked in the oven and put on as lovely big bread croutons. You could add a little bit of cumin and a little tiny bit of orange zest. Lots and lots of different ways to change this recipe up. So you should never be bored of parsnip soup. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope you give it a go.